Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day taking a quick look here at Filecoin. We're going to see what's going on. Double check a couple of key factors here with liquidation data, and just to preface, I want to say thank you so much to my community for the awesome feedback I've been receiving. I know those signals have been working out very well lately. It's not always this way, but we shot 100% last month. We're up like 95% success rate this month as well. So it's definitely doing well. If you're curious about that, jumping over to our Discord. I got some really good trades here coming through. Injective, you get 76% in 5 days. AVAX, 82% in 5 days. And Fetch Coin, that's a short in 22 hours, 34%. So nice little 24-hour period there for us. But the curious question here is, is Filecoin going to continue to pull back? It certainly has that feel to it. I mean, we got this lower low pattern. The fact of the matter is we're starting to see this progression here, so to speak, where the price action's continuing to make lower lows and lower highs. We can clean this up a little bit, but generally speaking, that's what we're looking at here. It's not looking fantastic. So we're going to double check a few key factors. Quick little heads up, Bitunix is offering a new trading competition here coming up in March 28th through the 11th of April. So it's basically a 2-week competition. Cool thing is, if you register now, you'll be in the select members of being part of that. So only 9 people registered so far. We do need 30 to kick that off. Imagine that, $10,000 prize pool split amongst 30 people. Might be pretty easy to qualify. I may even consider jumping in there myself. All right, so Filecoin, let's talk about the daily time frame. What are we looking at here? Well, daily time frame is certainly looking bullish still in the overall sense as far as moving averages are concerned. We're above all the important things. Now, is that a reason to take a trade? No, but it does tell us we're in good shape. We can see here, of course, here as well, money flow index is still high. Keep in mind, this is a lagging indicator. Price action pulling back today, that doesn't reflect it too much. We can also recognize that we're under 70 in the RSI, and we're stochastically swinging down again for the second time. MACD is also soon to diverge, but hasn't yet. So these are not completely bearish signs, but they're certainly not bullish. It's telling us that there is this shift in momentum, and if we lose this key level support, which we are losing so far at 1070, we might just as well see the price continue lower. Okay, so again, I mentioned that level being an important factor for us here, and we're going to look at that here in just a minute on the smaller time frames. But the daily time frame looking pretty solid, at least in one way, but not another. Okay. It's an easy way to describe it. It looks solid for moving averages' sake, but it doesn't look so great in other ways. Such as moving averages here on the 4-hour, we can see that we're below 2 of the 4. This is not great so far. Losing the 50 is usually a sign for me to want to consider a short position. And again, I like to emphasize the word consider because it's not a guarantee, but it is something we definitely want to pay attention to. Okay, so having said that, do we just jump right into a short because of it? No, we look at other contributing factors. Are there other factors present? Well, we are under 50 on the RSI. That's a present factor for me. Money flow index is low, stochastic swinging down. These are all bearish signs here. You can also see MACD is diverging too, letting us know that we are in pretty rough shape here to the downside. In other words, we lost this key level resistance / support, previous resistance rather, turned support, turned resistance now, likely, here at about 1070, right? So a closure today underneath 1070 would probably indicate further downside. So what we want to do here, of course, is quickly look at the hourly and just confirm if the cloud tells us the same thing, which it does. We're about 3 hours into this, being below the cloud effectively. Okay, and that in combination with the lagging span being breaking free of the price action is right here, and of course conversion line below the baseline. That's 3 out of 3 reasons to obviously have closed your long position a while ago. You should have got confirmation for that a few hours ago, honestly. But now it's giving us confirmation that a short position is technically viable. I only feel this way based on the fact that we had this previous resistance at about 1070, and it's currently working or likely to work as a resistance level now. So it makes sense for the price to continue to pull back here. We do look at Elliott Wave though. If you look at larger time frames, we can see that we are due for the price to potentially increase. Now you got to keep in mind, this can still come lower, right? So this isn't baked in. The price comes lower, this would just essentially come down to here. The key takeaway here is this pattern would be invalidated if the price drops below $8.62. We cannot come below the 1 on the 4. So what I'm getting at here, this is not a guarantee, of course. We are due for a leg up, but there's strong potential we'll see a leg down first before that happens. Yeah, at least based on everything we've seen here so far. Again, a lot of it depends on the market. Bitcoin pulls back, different story altogether, but we are starting to see Bitcoin dominance slowly increase. If that continues to increase, I think coins like Filecoin will continue to sell off. So it certainly looks like a consideration for a short. If you're going to consider shorting, though, just keep in mind low leverage, low position sizing. That's the important thing here. We're below a strong point of control as well here in the recent time frames. Once again, $11 is that resistance level too. So we got resistance at 1070, $11 even. Hypothetically, if you're going to consider a short, I would average your position in somewhere in the range of 11 to 1075, right in that range there. So again, just some things to think about. Am I screaming at the top of my lungs to take a short right now? No. Patience is important. It wouldn't hurt to wait a little bit longer, because this is, slightly overextended to the downside. But we've got some nice little resets here. Honestly, it could continue to run. But me personally, coins like this here, this is very overinflated coin, the overall sense. It would make a tremendous amount of sense for the price to continue to pull back a little bit. But again, if you zoom out a little bit further, you can see there's a lot more support at this lower 0.382 fib level. So $10.25 would be the next key level for us. And if you lose that, once again, 975 or 925. So just different areas of consideration. Again, folks, once more, the TA just kind of tells us we have more bearish divergences here. It doesn't mean the coin isn't good or valued, or if you're emotionally attached to it that you shouldn't be. I mean, you shouldn't be anyways, because that's just dumb, obviously, because you're trading with emotion at that point, and that doesn't really work. So I would just recommend, if you believe this coin long-term, big picture, the macro still looks okay. But is it due for a correction at this point? I would say a little bit more so. Again, we keep retesting these lower levels here, stronger likelihood of further continuation down. That's just my personal opinion. This coin looks fairly bearish right now. So do with it what you will. I hope this made sense. Make sure, again, you reference Bitunix link down below. Use the link to register for this competition. And just generally speaking, have a good time, have fun with it, and just make sure that you are, being safe and conservative too. No need to FOMO into anything right now. So just be careful out there, folks. Thanks again so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.